Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Lisa's Coloring Corner. I am fulfilling yet another coloring video request. Most of you know how much I love David Hinkin Jr.'s pattern books. There are 16 volumes and of course I have them all. So I went through all 16, tried to find a good pattern for us to color together here today. I didn't want anything real detailed, but he doesn't have any that are super simple either. Some of them are relatively simple, but I thought we would color this one today. Again, not super simple, but yet it's not terribly detailed like some of the others I've done of his in the past. So yeah, we have some squares here and some lines. Now, how do I pick out how many colors I need for my patterns? I have done a few in each one of his books. So I did that one. And yellow, orange, a light brown, and a darker brown. I think, here we go, one of my favorites, which is yellow, black, and red. Again, kind of similar. I must really be drawn to these because this is not how the whole book is. I don't know if I did any more. No, I think that was about it. So, figure we'd do one kind of similar, but yet it's a little different. Now, how I pick out how many colors I need, I kind of look at the pattern itself and I count. So here is 1, 2, 3, 4 parts to these squares. So I'm like, okay, we could go with 2 colors, you know, so have one color here, and then repeat them. Or we could have 4 colors. I opted to go with 4. And then a 5th color for the lines. So the color palette I'm going with today is, and I just pulled these out. I know I've done this color palette in some other patterns and I really like how it looked, is yellow, orange, pink, and purple. Okay, so those are the colors we're going to go with. And I think for the lines themselves, I'm going to use black. Not real sure how that's going to look, but I think maybe it's going to make the colors themselves pop a little bit more. So we'll see how that looks. We are, of course, only going to do a small section of this pattern, and I will finish the rest of it off camera. I've stated this in the past. There's only one thing I don't like about his books, and that's that they go right into the binding. So typically what I do is I work out kind of over here how I want the pattern itself to look. So I'll do like maybe this here bit here, and I'll kind of get an idea of how the repeating pattern is going to be. Then I go ahead and I finish this column so that I have the hardest part done. And then I can enjoy the rest of the pattern. So what I'm going to color with today are these Sparkle Pop metallic gel pens. I love these. They have sent me some of these in the past for review. I believe I reviewed them along with a number of other, I'm not sure if this is how it's pronounced. I say Dyvicl, D-Y-V-I-C-L products in the past. And if I can find that video, I'll link it down below in the description. These are, let's flip it to the front. There are 8 pens in here, and there are also 8 refills. Okay, let's open. This is a brand new box. So we will open it and I'll show you what they look like. They are quite different than your typical gel pen, and I'll show you why. Whoops. Let's get that cover back on. Some of the covers on these are extremely hard to take off. Others pop off relatively easily. But so we I'm going to swatch these out quickly for you, seeing as how there's only 8 colors, and I'm going to show you how gorgeous these are. Now, if you like the Pentel Hybrid Dual Metallics, these are extremely similar. So yeah, if you like them, you'll like these. All right, so we have, let me zoom you in. We have yellow, and it starts out kind of dark, but eventually that darkness goes away. These are very, very smooth coloring. They're triangular in shape, which to me is really comfortable to hold. Okay. All right, then we have orange. And like I said, these caps are very hard to get off. After you've used them for a bit, they get a little bit easier. Usually I don't have a problem with them. They color really good right off the bat. Okay, so that is the orange. Then we have pink, and that cover came off. Okay, so we have the pink. There is no red. It's kind of a pinky red, which, you know, we do run into. It is more pink than anything, though. And I like that color anyhow, so. Then we have purple. Oh, and another hard one. Isn't that pretty? Love it. And when you color with these in a pattern, it just, oh, they're so pretty. Then we have a really pretty blue that does shimmer green when you look at it a certain way, and I'll kind of show that when we're done with the swatching. We have the green. We have a silver, and yes, I do use these in my Color Questopia books. Because again, they color so smoothly, so they color the lines. You know, I always color the lines first before coloring in the colors. And then, I'm having a problem with this too. We have a, I've never colored with this. It's not black. I thought it was, well, it is black, but it has the red in it, right? Just like the Pentel ones do. Okay, so yeah, the covers, the caps are a little problematic, and I'll explain things a little bit later. So we do have some shimmering of the different colors in here, and I don't know if it's going to show up on camera. You can more see kind of like the green in here, the purple and the blue. Okay, and the red and the black. Those are the ones that show up the most. The yellow, the orange, the pink, I can't really see any, and the green, the silver. But yeah, this purple is gorgeous. The blue is just, love it. And then the black with the red. All right, aren't they pretty? Very, very shimmery. So there is a reason why I am using these today. We do have the refills too. Oh, before I go into the explanation, these are very, very, like I said, very different from your typical gel pen in regard to how you refill them. It took me forever to figure this out. You know, I took the cap off, and typically you unscrew the silver part, right? You take off the silver part, you pop out the empty one, pop in the new refill, screw the silver metal part back on, and you're good to go. Well, this is totally plastic. And I'm thinking, well, the plastic must screw off. So I'm really trying to turn this. And it's like, no, this is like one solid piece. And I'm like, okay, I tried turning down here. and it's not turning. I'm like, okay, this is ridiculous. Why would they give you refills if you couldn't refill the pen? Well, finally turned on the very end of this pen, and this part unscrews. This little plastic piece on the end unscrews, and then you can get the refill out, put the, or the ink out, put the refill in, and just screw this back in. Now on some of the pens, and this was the one I was first trying, this end was on quite tight, and that's why it wasn't turning. I tried another pen, that one came off a little bit easier, and that's how I found that out. So when I do the refill, I don't turn this on real tight. Just tight enough so that it's not going to unscrew and fall off. But yeah, I thought I would point that out if you get any of these, that, yeah, they refill very differently. Okay, now again, I'm coloring with these for a very specific reason. I'm not going to go into it right now. I'm going to talk about that later in the video. So expect a surprise somewhere down the line. All right, so I said we're going to do yellow, orange, pink, and purple. So let's set the other ones to the side. Okay, so let's start with the yellow. Now, I thought what I would do so that we don't end up with purple together, if we do yellow, orange, pink, purple, if we would do yellow, orange, pink, purple, all of our purples would be together here, right? So I thought I would do yellow, orange, pink, purple, and the next one I would reverse it. I would do pink, I would do purple, pink, orange, yellow, so that it's every other one, right? Does that make sense? Well, I'll show you if it doesn't. Okay, so again, when I start, I kind of start out here, so I'm not too close to the binding, and I can get a better feel for how I'm going to color this. I can zoom you in a little bit more because I won't be moving around on here, so I shouldn't have to shift you around too much. So let's start with the yellow in here, and we're going to do the same on both sides. Okay, I'm just gonna, of course, leave them uncapped. Okay, so how is everybody doing? I hope everybody is safe and healthy. Now, one thing I do is just to make things, let me get this sheet of paper out, just to make things a little bit easier to color and I'm not flipping the book around constantly. What I do typically is color all the parts that go straight up and down, and then I turn the book and I do it the other way. And once I have my little bit colored in here, I will do a whole bunch of them and then turn the book. And it just makes it easier to color. When you're coloring straight lines like this, I can't color across real easily. So it's just much easier. And instead of, like I said, flipping the book constantly, it's just easier to go one direction for a while and then flip the book. Okay, so then I am going to flip the book. Like I said, later down the road, I'll be coloring a bunch of these and then turn the book. But we'll go ahead right now. We'll go ahead and turn it just to see what this first part is going to look like and if I like it or not. Because you could use, a different color palette on the exact same pattern and it's going to look extremely different, right? So we go back to the orange. Having a problem with this orange. Don't know why. I typically don't. Whoops. This is what I do. I shake mine. Huh. Yeah, of course I had to pick a bad one. Let's try the refill. And you can see these are very thick, but they are opaque. You cannot see the ink going down. That is one thing I found out when I was coloring at the silver. It's like, God, that can't be full yet. I don't see that ink going down at all. No, you won't, because these are opaque. Okay, so let's get the orange refill out and see if that one works any better. And I'm going to put this cap on this one. I'll kind of work with this one and see if I can get it going. Okay, so again, refill them a little bit differently. Okay, let's get this one going. Again, it does start out a little bit darker just because of the metallic part in the pen. Just scribble it out a little bit and you get to the true color. All right, so, oh yes, this one is much, much smoother. Much better. Okay, so let's get the cap on the end. See, I do, whoops, that's because I didn't screw it in all the way. Could have something to do with it, right? Well, I'm just going to leave the cap off there. All right. But overall, yes, I love these pens. I have used them a lot. Okay, so there is our first square done. Now, like I said, I'm going to alternate colors. Do it in reverse order. So we're going to start with the purple because that was our outside color. So now I'm going to use it as the inside color. And we're going to go backwards. Purple, pink. And again, I'm just going to do the up and down part. Orange. Yeah, this orange is much better because they typically are very, very juicy gel pens, very easy to color with. I suppose there has to be some bad in every batch, right? But I know I'll get it going. Okay, so let's turn the book. I think I'm liking how this is looking. And yeah, you definitely can use the same color palette in different patterns and look totally, totally different. So I haven't used this one in a long time, so I thought, and that's why I picked this pattern. And pink. And I knew these colors were in this 8-pack of gel pens. Okay, so see how that's going to look then? And then the one down below here, we're also going to do in the reverse. This one will be reversed, this one will be reversed. So we're just going to do, you know, every other one. But again, I want to see how the whole palette is going to look together. So we're going to do these two also. So this one, we will start out with the purple again. And now I kind of know how they're going to go. So I know the purple's going to go on the outside. So I might as well, while I have the pen in my hand, do the purple outside one on this side. It is a gorgeous day on this Sunday afternoon. Yesterday was extremely hot. We had heat indexes close to the triple digits, and I know for some of y'all in the South, you have that just about every day. But it's much more uncommon for us up here in the northern states. So yeah, and it was extremely humid. So yeah, quite uncommon for us. And then there were some strong thunderstorms that moved through. We didn't really get the strong part here. We very rarely do. It always goes around us. But yeah, gorgeous today. Much less humid now that the cold front has moved through, and, you know, whoops, forgot the yellow on the outside here. I appreciate the response. Oh gosh, I hope I wasn't off camera that whole while. I appreciate the response back when I asked if you guys minded if I colored at an angle, and you guys said no, color however is most comfortable for you. So I will turn it. I know for the most part during color and chats you're not really watching what I'm doing anyhow. I know most of the time I'm coloring myself. So oops. Lisa screwed up already. Good thing it was a light color and I can go over the top. So yeah, gorgeous. The sun is out and there's a nice breeze. So air conditioning went off this morning, and got the patio door open next to me. I don't know if you can hear the wind blowing. Some birds are singing. Oh, just gorgeous. I'm not sure how long this color and chat is going to be because, yeah, Lisa's still trying to catch up on videos, and I have quite a few to do yet, so might be a little bit shorter of a color and chat, but okay, see how that's gonna look? I like it. Okay, so let's just keep going around in here. I'm not going to bother on camera doing the more difficult part in the binding. And all I do is I go over as far as I possibly can. You can bend this over, and that's usually what I do. And then you'll see where the pattern actually stops. And yeah, I color up to that point. You know, what else you gonna do, right? If you leave it like this, you're only going to be able to color up to that point. So yeah, I just open it up all the way, and then you can get in there, and it's not as difficult as what I'm making it sound. Okie dokie then. Well, I have some good news, bad news. Bad news being I still have my cold, so I am hoping I won't have to pause this video too often to cough, blow my nose, sneeze, all that good stuff that you don't want to do on a camera, right? It is getting better, but you know, my sinuses aren't pounding anymore, and the sinus headache and, you know, all that good stuff that comes along with the colds Maddie did test negative for COVID like we figured she would. So yeah, she is back with me. I had a few days off there, and I was trying to work on color charts, getting caught up on some of that, but that didn't quite go as planned either. I only got so far on that. Didn't get near as far as what I thought I was going to, because I was working on the the Ohuhu brush tip markers that I just reviewed. And yeah, that completing that color chart took me quite a while. So the vast majority of a day. But it is done now, so I have so many things to do on my to-do list. It's unreal. I'll never get through it. All right, so hopefully I won't get mixed up again on what color goes where. Okay, that's the rest of the oranges. We go to pink. Now, the other bad news is, don't know if it's from all the coughing I've been doing or some of the heavy lifting I've been doing with cleaning out the house, trying to sell it, but pretty sure I now have a hernia on the left side. Ugh, what next, right? I'm not going to do anything about it at this point because it is not that bad. It only bothers me once in a very great while. When it does bother me, yeah, I feel the lump and it's quite painful. And with coughing so much, oh yeah, that does not feel good at all. But again, right now there's just too much else going on in my life, so we're just gonna leave well enough alone for now. If it starts getting worse, I'll worry about it then. But yeah, but my good news, I think, far outweighs the bad. As of Friday, this is Sunday, as of Friday, I sold my house again, and hopefully this time it'll stick. They were pre-approved. They requested an hour Friday afternoon to look at the house. A lot of times it's an hour and it's like, how can you take an hour to look at a house? When Bob and I look at a house, we're in and out in under a half an hour, sometimes 15-20 minutes. We can decide whether we like it or not. If we do really like it, yeah, we may take a little bit longer in the house because we want to check it out a little more thoroughly, see if we do want to put an offer in on it or think more seriously about it. But yeah, so it was kind of a nightmare, getting the kids, all three of them, out of the house. Thank heavens Bob works shorter days on Friday because they work extra long the first 4 days, Monday through Thursday, and then they get out at 12:30 on Fridays. Well, the showing was from 3 to 4, and trying to get especially little Levi going, especially if he's laying down for a nap, which sometimes he's still down for a nap at that time. Friday he took a very short nap, so he was up. He was getting crabby by that time though. And what makes it so hard is the fact that I have to put up everything that I have along the stone shelf, if you want to call it that. Bob says it's called a harp, by the fireplace that runs the entire length of the wall. And I have a whole bunch of stuff along on that shelf. And of course, You know, now that Levi's, you know, out and about and walking, and, you know, he gets at everything. So I have to take everything off of there, put it away, put it in places where he can't get it. And, you know, some of the things are big. And so then when I have a house showing, I have to put everything back. I'll have to have Jaden or Bob or somebody kind of watch him a little bit, because of course he knows he's not supposed to have it, so of course he wants it. And yeah, you know, and this is on top of, you know, I always want to vacuum one last time, get the carpet looking nice, sweep, mop the floors. That I do the night before, but you know, have the beds made nice. I always make my bed, but I never, you know, during the week, I don't put the pillow shams on and the decorative little pillows. Well, when I have a house showing, I do all that, you know. Make sure the bathrooms look nice, toilets are clean. Not that most people open the lid and look in your toilet, but at least I wouldn't think so. I don't know. You never know with some people. So yeah, you know, everything's got to be picked up. All the toys got to be put away. All that good stuff, you know, and then you get them out into the car seats. And it kind of was a good thing that Levi was tired. Maddie was tired because Maddie fell asleep not too long after we started driving around. And Levi took a little bit longer, but he wasn't crabby. You know, I made him a bottle to take along. And he had his nook, so he was okay back there, but then he did fall asleep. So everything was pretty good in that regard, and I had ordered groceries. So I had that to pick up, so we drove into town to Walmart. And I had ordered something from Michael's, which I will be showing on the channel, just don't know when. And so I had curbside pickup for that. So we stopped and got that, and the two little ones in the back stayed sleeping the entire time. It was very hot on Friday also, and I know this is amazing, especially for you guys in the South, because I know it is absolutely essential down there, but I do not have air conditioning in my car. So yeah, they were rather warm. I did have the windows wide open. So it really wasn't that bad. There was a nice breeze and everything, but yeah, it was quite warm on Friday. Not near as bad as yesterday, but yeah, so we did that. Well, that of course didn't take an hour, so did drive around for a little bit. Came back to Marathon because it was almost an hour, and most of the time when they request an hour and I come back like in 45, 50 minutes, they're gone. So I came back. It was supposed to be, the showing was supposed to be until 4. I came back, it was maybe 10 to 4. Now, car was still there, and I'm like, why is there only one car? Typically there is at least 2, right? You know, the realtor and then the person or people looking at the house. Well, there was only one car as I drove by, and I'm like, oh my God, they're still there, and I got the little ones. Okay, we'll drive around Marathon for a little bit. Drove around, came back, oh my God, still there. Did that 3 times. Still there. That one car. And I'm like, God, that is so weird. Okay, I'm on top of it, running low on gas. Bob had called me because he had Bella. And so he was in his car, I was in mine, because with the car seats and the 3 kids, we can't all fit in one car. So we got to take separate vehicles. Yeah, so talked to Bob, and I said, and I'm running low on gas. And he says, well, you got to quit driving around. I says, what am I supposed to do? Now, Levi, like I said, was clonked out. So I figured, well, maybe it's not quite so bad if I stop and park for a while. So I found a place with shade and parked there for a little bit. And then Bob called me back because he said he'd call me back when he seen that they left. Well, he called back not too long after I parked and said, okay, you know, they're gone. And I said, okay, I'll be right up. Came up with the kids. Levi had started waking up before Bob called me, and I'm like, oh, heavens. Starting to get antsy back there. And, yeah, then Bob called me and said they were gone. So I was able to at least get back home before any of the kids started getting really whiny, so that worked out good. Maddie was still clonked out, so I had Jaden help me get her out while I got Levi out of the car seats and came back in the house, and Bob tells me that the person looking at the house is a guy he works with. And to top it all off, this Brian lives a block and a half away. I mean, we can see his current house right down the block. So that's why there was only one car here, is because him and his wife walked up. So it was only the realtor's car that was parked out front. But yeah, they were here for about an hour and 15 minutes. Oh, I said, oh my heavens. I said, I hope that's a good sign. And it was, because no hour after I got home, my realtor called me and she said, well, we got an offer on the house, and she told me what the offer was, and I'm like, oh yes, because it was only a little bit below asking price. And the other offers that I had gotten in the past were, forgot some orange here, were quite a bit below asking price. So this one was a few thousand more than the others. But then she goes on to tell me that they wanted us to pay their closing costs. That's about $3,500, so that comes off of there. And also to provide a 1-year home warranty, which is about $400 and, what'd she say, $495. So after everything came off, yeah, I'm not making it. I'm ending up getting less than what I paid for the house, but it is sold. So I did accept the offer. Now, an ironic thing is yesterday, when it was so hot, I was scheduled previously to have an open house. And I asked my realtor, I said, so I'm assuming I don't have to have open house anymore, right? And she says, well, it is, it has been scheduled. It's out, people have seen it. They're probably already planning on coming to the open house. So it might still be in your best interest to, have the open house, or otherwise you're going to be having people coming and knocking on your door. But I thought, how ridiculous. It wasn't my realtor that was here hosting the open house. It was another realtor from the same group, the same company, of course. So he came and, I told him, because he was here before we left, and I told him that I, had sold the house the day before, and he goes, oh, really? So he wasn't even told that, which is kind of I don't know if you ask me, funny, because if anybody did show up for the open house, he wouldn't have been able to tell them that I already have an accepted offer. So, yeah, people show up, look at the house. If they really like it, he'll have to say, well, yeah, okay, you like it. Sorry, it's already sold. It's like, how ridiculous. He says, but at least I could, maybe get some business, which is true. If people coming and looking for the house don't already have a real estate agent, by having open houses, some of these agents can, say, well, if you don't have anybody, I'd be happy to, represent you and show you around, show you some houses, things like that. So I hope he at least got some business. The open house, thank heavens, was only for an hour and a half. So we didn't have to be gone real long. It was from 9:30 to 11 Saturday morning, so that wasn't real bad. I'm sure Bella thought it was horrible, because she hates it when we have to leave. But, yeah. I told her, I said, hopefully this is the last time. She should be so used to it by now. Nope. She still shakes like crazy. She knows when Mom is busy cleaning, something's up. Yep. Oh no, we're going to be going for a ride. Because last week when I knew, some house showings were coming up, I of course, washed the floor, but I wanted to re-polish it. The shine had kind of gone in some places, the heavy traffic areas, so did that. That's a lot of work. And then re-steam clean just parts of the carpet, the main walkway. So I didn't do the whole entire carpets. Main walkway through the living room and down the hallway to the bedrooms, and the main walkway then through this family room. So not all of it, but still enough. And so, yeah, did all that. And then Friday, even though the house was sold, I still wanted the lawn to look nice for open house. Plus, it needed mowing anyhow. So then Friday after Heather picked up the kids at, was it 6:30? Went out and mowed all the lawn. So, yeah, I've been wearing off the calories. Getting my exercise in. Oh, my heavens. So, yeah, my back has been killing me, but oh, my heavens. I think it's between doing all that, between the stress lately, over the past few months, and then this cold, then the heat, it's like it was a whammy. I have been totally exhausted. I was so tired. By Friday night, I wanted to stay up and watch the weather, which is typically on at like 10:15 our time. And I couldn't hardly hold my head up. But made it through the weather because I wanted to see. They were talking about the storms on Saturday, which I love, love, love thunderstorms. And we ended up not getting much. Anyhow, par for the course. And let's get you back over here. And so, yeah, immediately went to bed and I just crashed. And I crashed till, I'm always an early riser. Bella usually has me up early, but on the weekends, she sleeps with Bob. And so she didn't wake me up early in the morning. I slept till 8 o'clock almost, which is unheard of for me. So I got so much more sleep than normal, and I was still exhausted yesterday. Oh my heavens. I'm like, I don't know why I am so tired. And then we were gone for that hour and a half because of the house showing, and came back, which typically, you know, Saturday, if you've been with me any amount of time, I can't really get any recording in during the week because of babysitting the grandkids full time all week. And so I try to get all my recording done on Saturday, and then color and chat I like to, if possible, get uploaded on Saturday night. And then on Sunday I edit many of the other videos and get links and make thumbnails and all that good stuff, upload it all. So yeah, that's kind of my weekend. Well, I was so tired, just didn't feel good yesterday. I'm like, I can't. Oh, after we got back, ate a little bit of a lunch. I had to kick back in my recliner, and I slept for like 2.5 hours. Oh my gosh. And I was still tired last night. I went to bed early. Oh, yeah, I hope this cold goes away really soon. Yeah. So, yeah. So I'm like, I have to get some recording done today. I want to get my color and chat out, you know, this weekend. I always like to get one of those out a week. And then there are a couple of other videos, one in particular that has to go up today. So, got to get that done. It's a flip through and review of a book, so that will also be up today. That will be the first one that I edit and render and get uploaded, because yeah, that one has to go up today. But hopefully I will have time to get this color and chat up too. We shall see. I've said that in past color and chats, and then it sat and I got everything else done, but then it would sit and upload and upload and upload, and it's like, oh my gosh, you know, it's midnight, I'm not waiting. And then it'll upload in the middle of the night, so because I'll just set it to publish now, and so when it's done uploading, it's just automatically out there. So that may be what ends up happening tonight, because I have maybe a half hour before I have to make supper, get supper going. I'm making beef lo mein, yum. And this time, rather than the pre-made or pre-cut beef strips, bought a really good cut of steak. And I'm going to cut my own thin strips so they're nice and tender. Cut up my own fresh broccoli. Yum. Carrot sticks. The matchbook sticks. Those I bought because I'm not cutting those by hand. Ooh. I hate peeling them and slicing them, much less cutting them into carrot sticks. Much less cutting them into little matchbox, you know, or what else do they call them, julienne? Yeah, not doing that. So those I did buy pre-cut, but the fresh broccoli is so much better. I don't care if I go over this middle line too much with the purple and stuff, because I know the black is going to cover it anyhow. So if this black is showing up too red, which it may, I may go just with my Sargent Art, because you know that's my favorite glitter gel pen, that little 10-pack, or is it 12? Yeah, I'm suspecting I'm going to be using my Sargent Art for the black. Because in this particular case, I mean, that black is very, very pretty, and in a pattern, it probably would work out really pretty. In this particular pattern, however, I don't want it to look like that. I want it the real deep black. So, yeah, I'm thinking that's what I'm going to have to do. How long have we been on? Holy cow, 50 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the surprise. The reason why I'm coloring with these gel pens. Dyvicl, I do not know. I think they discontinued these dual metallic gel pens because I looked out on Amazon and I cannot find them. Now, we can't be empty already. I just opened this. Like I said, that's the one downfall about having the real opaque casing on here. You can't tell whether it's empty or not. You know, unless you hold it up to the light, you know, take it out and hold it up to the light. Maybe you could, but I kind of go based on how long I've colored with it. And if I've tried to revive it by shaking or tapping or scribbling on a sheet of spare paper. Anyhow, let's get back to the surprise. Dyvicl has been inundating me with these pens. I have been getting box after box after box surprising me in the mail. Oh my gosh, I just received 3 more boxes of these boxes of gel pens, these sets of gel pens. And yeah, over the course of the past couple months, I now have, well, I redid it, so I squeezed them into a few less boxes because a couple of the boxes were a little bit smaller than the big ones. But there are 6 big boxes full of these sets of gel pens, and I took pictures of them, and I am going to insert the pictures here. I took the first picture is of, let's see, pink. Don't want to get too messed up on my pattern here. All the boxes with all the pens in it. And then I wanted to count out how many boxes I actually had. Okay? And yeah, so after I took them all out of the box and I put them in stacks of 10 on top of my dining room table so I could count them. So I took a picture also of all of these stacks of 10. So I am going to insert both of those pictures right here. Quite a few pens, eh? Okay, now guess how many boxes are there? Okay. Put it down in the comments before I tell you how many are actually there. No cheating. Dun, 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 dun. Did you put your comment down? Okay. There are on that table, and this is considering I've used a number of those boxes up already. I've given Heather a number of the boxes. I'm going to give my other daughter a number of those boxes. So, but what is sitting on the table in that picture is 270 boxes. Like I said, I put stacks of 10, and there were 27 stacks of pens. So I thought, even though I love these pens, I will never use that up in my lifetime. Or else they'll dry up before I get a chance to use them, and that would really be a shame. And I have no idea if they plan on sending me even more. I don't know, because I just received these latest 3 boxes on, what was it, Thursday? I think it was this week. So who knows if they're going to be sending me more gel pens. But yeah, so what I thought I would do is do a giveaway. And what I am going to do is I am going to give away 5 boxes, 5 packs of these gel pens to 5 winners. Okay, so in this giveaway, I'm going to be giving away a total of 25 boxes of gel pens. Now, if you have hand problems, these might not be the gel pens for you, because like I said, many of them, the covers are very hard to get off. Also, on some of them, this is hard to open up. But now at least you know that that is the place that they open up. If you have to take a pliers or something, just don't screw them back on tight. Also, if you don't think you're going to use them, please don't enter the giveaway. I only want people to enter who use gel pens either for, I know a lot of people use the Pentel Hybrid dual metallics for enhancing on their pictures. They don't necessarily color a whole picture with gel pens like I do, because I'm just, you know, a gel pen nut. Not too many of us out there, but yeah, only if you're really going to use them. And that's another reason I hid this in a color and chat, which most of us color tubers do now. We do not have them as separate giveaway videos. I used to do that, but what people do is they search YouTube for the word giveaway or free or, you know, something like that. They subscribe to the channel, wait until the winners are announced. If they didn't win, they unsubscribe. So, you know, I can always tell. My subscriber count would go way up after the giveaway's announced, and then way back down after the winners are announced. So, yeah, I don't make a separate video anymore. It's kind of hidden in a color and chat. So, the requirements to enter this giveaway: must be 18 years or older. And I apologize to my international subscribers, but this is United States only. It would cost me a fortune to ship these to other countries. So these giveaways for these gel pens can only be here in the States. So sorry. So yeah, there's that. You must be a subscriber of mine, and you must like this video. Okay? Now, if you have been a subscriber of mine for any length of time, and have been a subscriber when I did my last giveaway, which, like I said, has been a while, I hold my giveaways a little bit differently than everybody else. I always ask for a keyword to be used down in the comments. And the reason I do that is because it's so much less work for me. I don't have to assign a number to each person entering. I don't have to write your names down and then randomly, you know, pick something, use that random generator, you know, to pick a number, things like that. It gets to be a lot of work. So what I do is I give you a keyword to put any way you want in the comments, and then I have a special website I go to that loads all the comments from this particular video, and for those that did put in the keyword. Okay, so it works so well for me. So yeah, you follow the former requirements, and gosh, what keyword shall we use? I don't want to use anything too difficult. I always like to make the keyword really simple, so I'm not going to use like Dyvicl or even metallic. You know, anybody that has any type of spelling problems, you know, like I said, I want something very, very simple. I don't want gel or pen. Let's make it, because these are dual metallic gel pens. Let's take the keyword of dual. And I don't mean the duel where you're fighting swords, you know. The dual meaning two, which is D-U-A-L. Okay, so anywhere in the comment, your particular comment down below, if you want to enter the giveaway, somewhere in your comment, use the word dual. If you don't want to enter the giveaway because you think you wouldn't be able to use it because of the tight caps, or you just don't think you would use them, do not include the word dual anywhere in your comment. Okay. Now, today is, again, I'm hoping to get this up yet today, but today is Sunday the 19th, and I always run my giveaways for a week. So I will be running this until Saturday night at midnight Central Standard Time. So you'll have to convert that to your particular time frame. And then next Sunday, that would make it the 26th, I will draw the 5 winners. At that time, each winner will have, I used to do a week to get back to me, but that's kind of a long time to get back to me. Some people, now wow, it got dark out. Sun must have went behind a cloud. Did you guys see that? Wow, I can tell it in my coloring here. Some people, I'm going to be hiding again the winner announcement in a color in chat. So next weekend's color in chat will announce the winners. We will go to the website and we'll pick the winners on camera. So you know I'm not just picking them myself and picking favorites or, you know, anything like that. I don't have favorites. I love you all. Okay, so yeah, have until midnight next Saturday. We will pick the 5 winners next Sunday. And so I will be doing my next color in chat again on Sunday. Unlike what I normally do on Saturdays. After this next week, I'm hoping to get back on track and do my color in chat on Saturdays. So yeah. So good luck, everybody. Again, these, I don't know, I do like them. Very nice and smooth, and who doesn't like to win gel pens? I know. Those of you who are marker or pencil lovers probably wouldn't use these. But even over marker, You know, these are nice for enhancing. If you're using a real waxy pencil like Prismacolor, these may not work real good over the top of those for enhancements of your picture. I don't know. I've never tried it. I know they work great over marker. Have not tried it over pencil. But, okay, yeah. So that is the giveaway. So, yay! Like I said, we'll see when I hold another giveaway. I have no idea at this point, of course, how much postage is going to be. Don't know how much it'll weigh to send these 5 boxes to each of you. I'm hoping if I pick up a bunch of padded envelopes that they'll fit in an envelope. And of course, it's going to depend upon where, those of you who win, where you guys live in the United States. You know, the farther away from me you live, of course, it's going to cost a little more, but I don't think it should cost a whole lot to ship these out. So, and then, yeah, periodically, when you least expect it, there will be some additional giveaways of these pens. So, if you don't win this giveaway this time, you may in the next giveaway. So yeah, like I said, there's not going to be any set time frame when I hold these giveaways. So guess what, folks? You're just going to have to watch all my color and chats all the way through, well, at least till the giveaway. And see where I bury the giveaway. Might be, well, typically not too close to the beginning, but might be the middle, might be the end. Who knows? Okay, so this color in chat is getting kind of long, and like I said, I'm going to have to go make my beef lo mein. Let's see, we have pink. There is one other thing I want to talk about, so maybe we'll finish the pink and the purple in this area. And I can talk about a few other things. I've gotten quite a few comments that you guys like the new intro, and I am very glad you do. I kind of like it too, and it is much shorter. You know, I've been meaning to redo my intro for a long time now. I have had that intro since the beginning, which is like a year and a half ago. And I've gotten a few comments, not many, but a few comments that, you know, it was kind of long. One moment, please. Okay, hopefully that's the only coughing fit I have for the rest of this video. Hey, I haven't had to pause since, you know, from the beginning till now. That's pretty good. What was I saying? Oh yeah, been meaning to redo it because that intro was long. While I liked it, yeah, it was long. And I know many of you had to take the time to probably fast forward through it to get to the actual video. So now let's get to the reason why I redid my intro right now. Kind of was forced to. Now, keep in mind, like I said, I'm going to have to pop in a throat lozenge. One moment. Or else I'm going to start coughing again. So, oh gosh, I don't want to pause again. And you know, the more you try to hold in a cough, okay, Oh, I am so sorry. These chloroseptics work so good though. I love them. Takes that tickle right away. Okay. The reason why I had to redo that intro at this time was I had gotten an email from YouTube stating that I had a copyright issue. They didn't actually give me a copyright strike, thank heavens, because yeah, 3 strikes, you're out of YouTube. So it's not a good thing when you get a strike, a copyright strike. So they didn't give me a strike, and I couldn't figure out what copyright issue was there. And as I looked further into it, here it was the music, and it listed the, I don't know if it's a band name or what, but I guess this was their music. And it just, I don't know, it's, oh my gosh, I'm gonna cough again. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I sucked on the cough drop for a while, and hopefully I got down to the stronger stuff. But yeah, this band name said that evidently it was their music. Now, keep in mind, when I created that intro, it was through Adobe Spark, and that music that I used was listed in the playlist that you could legally use for free. So I picked that one because I thought it sounded kind of peppy and kind of would go with the slideshow that I wanted to use, and I put the yellow in the wrong place. So it really confused me. No, that's purple on that one. Okay, well, I'll have to go purple over the top. So yeah, I am still really confused in regard to why Adobe Spark had this listed as a free legal music to use. But like I said, at least I was not given a copyright strike. They just gave me time to change my intro, or else use the same intro but change the music, basically. But I thought, well, I've been wanting to change the intro anyhow. Did a bunch of research. I wanted to use something besides Adobe Spark, so used a different place, different company. And a lot of it you had to add in a logo. So I did some more research, found a website where you could create your own logo. So that's where that mug with the coloring supplies is part of the logo, and it says Lisa's Coloring Corner. That is now my logo, my official logo. And yeah, so I picked out that beginning, you know how the colors all come across. I thought that was so pretty. And then that particular music I thought went well together. So hopefully I won't get no more copyright issues. Oh, I was just shocked when I got that email. I'm like, first I got really paranoid, you know. It's like, oh my gosh, copyright strike, you know. Strikes the fear into every YouTuber's heart. And then, yeah, as I read farther, at least I didn't get the strike. But, yeah. So that's another thing. Those couple days that I had off when Heather stayed home with Maddie until she had her COVID test results. Yeah, that came in handy because I spent, oh gosh, the better part of a day creating that intro. I wanted it just right. And I really, you start out and I'm like, I really have no idea what I want. And of course doing research into, different softwares, different companies or whatever you want to call it that provide intros. That all took time. So yeah. But yeah, that's why the newer, shorter intro came to be right now. It kind of, it's probably a good thing. It forced me to do it. It's been on my to-do list for a while now, along with, many other things. So I got forced to do it. So that was a good thing, all in all. It was a good thing. But yes, thank you for the positive comments on it. I do appreciate it. I was wondering how you guys would like it. I was hoping you liked it. I kind of liked, how it ended up turning out. And now, remembering to incorporate that into the beginning of every video, and including the disclaimer, and that this is an adult only coloring channel. We don't want to get in trouble with the government now on. Oh, I am screwing this up. I did this one the wrong way. See, that's the problem when you're doing a color and chat with a repeating pattern. I don't know if I can go over it either. Oh, shoot. Shoot. Well, it's just going to be screwed up in this area. It won't be the first time I've done that. And probably won't be the last. The only problem is something like this, this kind of mistake, yeah, is going to be pretty visible. But, oh well. Sometimes your mistakes that you do in a pattern, even a repeating pattern, is not visible enough when you look at the whole thing, right? But some of them, like this, are probably going to be pretty visible. Oh well. We do the coloring for fun anyhow. I mean, yes, we like our stuff to turn out, but... And, oh my gosh, no, I'm not going to be able to finish this. Shoot, I'm running out of time. So yeah, I am going to have to finish this off camera, and I can feel a tickle coming back on again. And if I have to pause this one more time, oh my gosh. Usually once I pop this chloroseptic in, I'm good to go, but 1 minute. Okay, we're going to make this ending short and sweet, and I am going to get through it. It's going to be fun piecing all these bits and pieces of this video together and make sure I have it pieced together right. So, yeah. Gotta get supper made. So, and one of my grandkids is here, so he's going to be here till 5. So we'll see if I have supper ready. But we typically eat around 5. I know that's early for some people. Many of you I know eat supper first at 6 or even 7. But we typically eat supper at 5. So, yeah, and it's 4:15 now, and stir fry won't take long to make. It's cutting up the steak into strips and cutting up the broccoli, things like that take a little bit of time. But Still shouldn't take real long. So we'll finish this purple, and then we shall call it a video. So I can go blow my nose. Ah, yes. TMI, TMI. Don't mean to sniffle in your ear. Should have got up and blew my nose while I was paused, right? Okay, is that all the purple then? I do believe so. Okay, so I actually got quite a bit of this pattern done. Let's zoom out. So yeah, I like how that's looking. What do you think? Yeah, okay. So yeah, I will finish this off camera. I have a number of pictures to finish off camera. My last week's color and chat I have not finished yet either. Oh, it's on my to-do list. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this color and chat. Don't forget to enter the giveaway. Yeah, winners will be announced in the next color and chat next Sunday. So if you enjoyed this, please hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new to my channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when I put out new videos. I hope everybody has been having a terrific weekend, and as always, happy coloring. Bye guys.